Hello and welcome to this week's summer chat. My name is Nicole and I'm the brains and the beauty behind Yarn Craft by Nicole. And today I'm actually wearing a handmade, and this is the Vivian vest by Manatee Squares. I tested this last fall. I used Noro. It's in my Ravelry page. It was a new to me base. It's a single ply and it's held up really well. It's very lightweight. I will say being pregnant in the summer means that I am not layering pieces like this outside the house. I'm trying to be in as few layers as possible while it's hot. But I thought it looked really cute over this little green top. But yes, so today is going to be a shorty episode. I've got a couple of fun things to show you. I've got some progress. And then next week or next video, I'll probably have lots more progress because there's going to be a road trip with just my husband and myself. So no toddler to take care of with that. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my progress on my, well, I guess I can start with what I didn't show you last time. I have no finished objects. Nothing is done. Everything this week is a whip, as it should be in the midst of scrappy summer. Hopefully you're enjoying this challenge. I know I am. It's been fun to pull as much from stash as possible. So you might remember this pile of scraps that is I'm referring to as my Tunisian jelly roll blanket, kind of. And it's gotten a lot bigger since the last time you've seen it, and wider. I've decided that it's very monotonous to just add squares on the top. So I'm also adding squares widthwise as I go. You might hear Melody in the background. Sounds like she has just come upstairs to get a diaper change. So I am still really enjoying this project. This is a good mindless project. And because it's so modular, it's easy to work on it widthwise or lengthwise. They're all fingering weight scraps. I think all of it has been superwash merino. Most of it has been a 75-25 sock weight yarn. I'm trying to keep it that way. And all of it is hand dyed. So these are all leftovers from other projects. And it's nice because it uses very little yarn per square. And it's been fun to just play with the colors. So this is just kind of as I need a palette cleanser, as I need something a little different that I pick up and work on. But very much enjoying that project. I don't even think I have any good pictures of that in Ravelry yet. I'm woefully behind on updating my Ravelry, so if that is how you are keeping up with my projects, I apologize. It has been hard to keep up with everything these days. The other two, what am I calling these? Complementary projects. Gotten a lot of work done-ish. This is the alphabet blanket from Sass and Stitch. I'm almost done with the letter F. I really, really like this color, this background color. I think I told y'all last time that I thought this was gonna work in the blanket and it was too different. And then I can't remember if we talked about this one. I also tried this in the blanket. It also did not work in the blanket. It was just too close with those like yellowy oranges that the letters were getting lost. So had a couple of false starts before landing on this color, but I'm very, very happy that this color worked out because I really wanted to use this. This is from Pandemonium Dye Works out of Georgia. It's actually someone that I kind of know loosely from my days as a homeschooler. And anyway, she dyes yarn and I'm very happy that it is working beautifully. And this is the last letter of the next set of 5. So I've gotten all the blue squares. I think I showed these last week, but maybe they weren't blocked. So let me show them to you. They certainly look better blocked. The last chat we had. So this one is just a blank one. And then we have the letter, and I haven't woven in the final ends yet, but they have been blocked. We have the H, we have the V, we have the K, and the A. So very pleased with these. It's definitely simpler because I've made this pattern before for Melody, to know kind of what to look out for. Because I remember with Melody's, I think her A, there's another letter too, where I just didn't pull the yarn that I'm carrying behind, like in this case, it would have been the blue behind the yellow. I didn't pull it tight enough on some of my rows, so you can kind of see it peeking through a little bit more than you can with this. So I usually am not someone who repeats a pattern, but it felt right to do it with this, to do alphabet blankets for both girls. And then I think I told y'all last time that the dark blue is the color that the letters are in Melody's blanket. So it was sweet to be able to tie that into baby girl's blanket. So those 5 are done. And then this past week, I did more letters. So the way that the pattern is laid out is very thoughtful from Caitlin. Yeah, so that you don't repeat a color. If you follow her schematic, you don't repeat a color in the same row or column. So that meant for this next section, there were going to be 2 solid corner squares that didn't have any letters on them. And I decided that I wanted to make one of those a different color using a mini skein. So I have this pretty pink that I'm going to use for one of the corners. I think that this is from my Advent, my Green Letter Day Advent that I didn't use all the colors for. Pretty sure that's what this pink came from. And then the rest of the letters are the same, like pretty variegated background. So we have this one, which is the other blank square. You can see some color pooling there, which I think looks really cool. We have the letter T, and then the letter that I remember being such a pain to do on Melody's blanket, the letter Q, which again came out better this time than the first time. I remember the Q being a pain and the W being a pain, just based on where you have to add in yarn. So very pleased with those. I'm going to finish the F today and then block those, and those will be done. And then once I finish oh, there's my hook. Once I finish a color, I put it in this bag, and then it becomes designated for the scrappy cardigan. So I think I have all of my colors now for baby girl's blanket in October, and I'll show you the last color for that here in a minute. So what I've been doing is adding in a square here and there as I'm finishing things up, and really enjoying that process. It's a good way to make sure all the colors look good together even before I put them in the blanket, and it makes me feel like I'm making progress on 2 things, which is nice. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is driving me absolutely crazy today. The bangs are like too short to have them back all the time and too long to keep them forward all the time because they're in my face, but that's neither here nor there. Very happy with this. This is also from Sass & Stitch. It's in her book. It's called the Choose Your Own Adventure, Choose Your Adventure Cardie. And the way that she has this written up was for maybe 3 colors. And I've always thought it would look really cool as a super scrappy cardigan. And so that's what I'm doing. My ambitious self thinks that I might be able to finish this to wear it in the hospital. We'll see. But yeah, very happy with that. That would give me 3 months, a little less than 3 months to finish it. It's doable. I would need to make a lot of progress on it, but it's doable. But yeah, very much like it. Join as you go. Her instructions are very clear. She also said that in designing this pattern, she took a lot of thought for how to do the sleeves. So I've read through the pattern once, but I'm curious to see how that will go because they're not simply like a balloon sleeve that you decrease and cuff at the end. It's thoughtful the way that it tapers down. So excited about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on. I haven't really touched the orange blanket for my buddy. If that gets finished this year, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. I really thought I would have more energy as this pregnancy progressed, and I just haven't. That's just where we are. That is just where we are. But I will be delighted to get the other kind of purpley color, which I've already added some of them in, into this bag. It'll make me feel like something else is done, because it will be. And then probably the rest of the evening after I finish the letter F, I'll just be working on this. So the only new yarn I have to show you is actually yarn that was from my stash, and hopefully I kept the label. Was the goal was to keep the label. We'll see if I was good. And yes, I did. Okay. So this yarn was already in my stash, and it is from Deep Dyed Yarns, Good Juju Sock. And I got this from the Wooden Needle last year? Yeah, last fall. Because it was a new-ish to them dyer. I used to work at the Wooden Needle when I lived in Tennessee, because we lived right on the Tennessee-Kentucky border. It's a great shop. And this is a Kentucky dyer that they added to their store. And I really loved the deep colors. And I thought, for a long time, I thought this was DK in my stash, and it is not, it is fingering. But the other reason I didn't really consider it for the blanket is because I thought I already had some very bold variegateds. And because some of those did not end up working out, like the two that I showed you earlier, I pulled this one back out and I was like, you know, I think this is gonna be just right. So I don't know if this will be the next color that I do, maybe, but I'm really happy with that, because I thought I would need to find maybe one more skein of yarn, and I was, sorry, lots of traffic noise, speedboat, 2 speedboats. All right, let me see if there's any other ones coming. Okay, sorry about that. We live right on the river. I thought I would maybe go to my local yarn store, maybe get an orange, maybe a tan. But when I looked in stash and saw this, I was like, you know, don't know if I need to buy anything. So definitely Baby Girl October's blanket is going to be a little bit more, I want to say cohesive, but Melody's is pretty cohesive too. Like hers has a lot of, there's some blues, purples, tan, and green. And honestly, this, and some pink, and that's basically what I've got going on here. Maybe a little bit more blue in this blanket. But always happy if I can use stash. And I didn't have a plan for that yarn before, and I think that will be a nice complement to what I've already got going on. So that's the only other new yarn. Haven't purchased anything else. And I want to say thank you. Our winner from last video did get in contact with me, so I will get your package sent out hopefully on the day that this is airing, and look forward to you enjoying your wonderful coasters. Thank you for reaching out to me. And hopefully that will be on its way to you soon. I will wrap up with, I was just looking behind me to see if there's anything else we need to talk about. I don't think so. I will wrap up with what is bringing me joy. And honestly, what is bringing me joy these days is iced coffee, because it's too hot. It's too hot out here. And I am honestly a little disappointed in myself, because I grew up in Georgia. Georgia's hot. We were there, the last time I was filming, we were there, and days in the 90s, and it's super humid. And I just have no tolerance for it this year. We went for a walk this morning, and it read like 77 degrees. I thought it was gonna be a very pleasant walk with the 4 of us, me, my husband, Melody, and our dog Scoot. And we were just puddles of sweat by the time we came home. It was very, very humid this morning and a lot brighter than we thought it was when we first started out, but my goodness. So iced coffee has been bringing me joy. I hope you're finding things that are bringing you joy. Continue to tell me about all your fun scrappy makes, all of your plans, things that are going well. Some people have reached out with things that are not going well. That's important too. I have definitely had scrappy projects that have not gone well. So share what you're making, share what's bringing you joy, and I will see you back in the next one. Bye guys.